I can't believe £40 million gets you James Maddison. With all his numbers last season, how much a great player he is, just been called into the England squad as well. Why is he going so... And it is cheap. Why is he going so cheaply?
Well, I don't think that's even the big surprise. I think the big one is why there wasn't more, like a bidding war for him. Because I thought, certainly at the back end of the last season, them getting relegated, that would have been... Newcastle had been linked with him for a long time. There have been others. And I thought... Some people had even mentioned that... Man City with Gundogan going, could he be the one to fill that void? The fact none of them have really put pen to put the money down and gone, do you know what, we'll have him, and Spurs have got him. That shouldn't really kind of take away from what James Maddison can bring to the table, because I think he's a top player. I mean, you look at his stats, which are absolutely incredible. They have been the last couple of seasons. I generally think that I agree with Jamie for the first time ever that it is a bargain, 40 million, because you look at what players are going for nowadays. I mean, it's the transfer fees for players are bonkers, but here you've got a guy that has proven it at Leicester. I get it, maybe not at international level yet, but he's not been given the opportunities. It took a while for Gareth to bring him back into the fold. Not in the Champions League. We've not seen that level, but still, I think for Spurs to get a player like this, I think it's the first good signing for them moving forward. I think he could be a real game changer, because as Jamie said, when you look at their midfield, I feel like they've got a lot of runners in there, Spurs. They've got like Oliver Skipp, Højbjerg, Basuma. I know Bentancur's a good player. He's a little bit different, but they've all got a bunch of runners in there. They've got no one that can really unlock a pass or see a pass that can create something. I don't think they've had that since Ericsson was there, and this could be finally the replacement for Ericsson.
And Spurs are desperate for a playmaker as well.
They need one. There must be tired of Harry Kane having to score the goals, create the goals. Yeah. He can't do it all.
Why do you think no other clubs have come in for him? What does that tell you, if anything?
The only thing I could think of is when you speak to Eddie Howe and you listen to him speak, and he talks about transfer targets. He often talks about players' personality maybe outweighing their ability. Now, when we all spoke about them getting the money and Eddie Howe being the manager, you expected superstars to come walking through the door, and he was like, no. Like, first of all, and I think a lot of top managers are doing that now. They're not just necessarily looking at the ability of a player. They're looking at, okay, what's his characteristics? And maybe, and listen, I don't know James Maddison, so I'm not obviously starting rumours, but maybe Eddie Howe looked at him and thought, do you know what? No. Maybe there's something about him I'm not quite sure about yet.
You'd want him at Arsenal, right? I'd want him at Man United.
Yeah, of course. But maybe Eddie Howe has just gone, do you know what? Maybe 40 million was too much for Newcastle, didn't want to pay it, or he thought, I'm not sure, because I thought Newcastle would have been a shoo-in to try and get him. But I still think for Spurs, to get a player like that, I really like
no European football as well.
No European football. And I think he'll make it. He'll go in and play straight away. He's not one of these players you've signed from another country, takes him a while to settle. He has been doing the business in the Premier League season upon season upon season.
I agree. Former Spurs midfielder Danny Murphy joined Jim White and Simon Jordan this morning and said he thinks that James Maddison improves Spurs' creativity.
The simple thing with Maddison, you can look at formations, where he might play, where he might not play. What does he do and doesn't do? The one thing he is better than what they've got in terms of his creativity. Tottenham have got good players high up the pitch, but they need somebody to feed those players, and he can do that.
I love listening to him talk.
He's fantastic, the Smurf.
Yeah.
You're off for a bit, and he was top of my list for him, Andy Townsend. I'm very lucky.
What you make Cundy? Where's he gone on the list?
He comes. Yeah, he's on the list. Yeah. I don't know what list, but he's on the list.
Because when I get back, you're away, aren't you?
Yeah.
So I need a list of who I want to work with.
Yeah. Okay, that'd be a good list, wouldn't it?
Trust me, it'll be big hitters.
Darren Bent and friends, yeah?
Yeah.
03717223334. Yeah, that's the show.
You'd be absolutely devastated.
No, that'd be great.
But if I got Wazza and you weren't here, you'd be devastated.
Yeah, no, of course I would be devastated. Like, if I did a show with Thierry Henry, you'd be devastated.
No.
I wouldn't want to do one with him, actually.
Why?
If he wants to do it, I'm not about Thierry. Huh?
Why not? What the greatest player ever?
No, I don't want him. Don't want him. I'll turn him down. He phones up now, I go, do you know what, Thierry? I'd rather not.
I'll mess him.
Do you know who I want to do a show with? Our people have put it out there to him. I want to do a show with Tony Bellew.
Yeah, because I want to see you get knocked out on camera.
Wouldn't that be Tony Bellew wouldn't do that.
You keep pushing these buttons.
No. He'd try, but I'd duck and weave and get out of the way. Darren's a Spurs fan. Hi, Daz.
Hi, how are we doing, boys?
I'm great. I'm very well. You must be very excited.
Right. Well, let me just tell you something. Yeah. James Maddison, exactly what we need. Exactly what we need, a ball player. Your mate sitting next to you is trying to sell Harry Kane. He's going nowhere.
Darren, I'm not trying to sell him. People, I don't.
No, not you. Not you, the Arsenal man. Yeah.
Who's trying to sell him?
I don't mean it's a misconception.
Anyway, let me tell you, we've got a goalie in. We have a couple of centre halves. I'll have James Maddison for 40 million. over Declan Rice at 105 million, even though they're different positions. That is over the top money for Declan Rice. Everybody knows that.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think you're getting one of the best.
Rice gonna...
No, do you know what I will say is it's a lot of money. I think the price is too high. I've said I think 100 million is too high, but that's the going rate for young English players. He is one of the best holders in the Premier League.
In the world?
The world's a difficult one,
right.
but I've seen Rodri dominate Europe.
Yeah, of course, but one of you said, but yeah.
But I think for Declan, that's just the going rate. Unfortunately, 100 million is the going rate.
It's the wrong rate. I just think with a goalkeeper in, James Maddison, keep Harry Kane, getting a couple of defenders, and normal service is resumed in North London.
Daz, you keep saying about Kane, we're trying to sell him, but would you not rather sell him now or him walk away in 12 months and he goes for nothing?
Well, that you're asking a question to a fan, and then you're going to ask the same question. You're going to answer it by saying he should go now for 100 million. And if that's Daniel Levy's answer, then the media and the press and the fans hammer Daniel Levy. There is no reason why, and this is a big if he stayed this season and Spurs were successful and he won something, do you think deep down, Harry Kane wants to leave Tottenham? Because I don't.
No, but you know what, Daz, and I understand that. But he's not won anything since he's been there.
No, he hasn't won anything since he's been there. You're quite right, but lots of players don't win things. He is going to be...
Yeah, but hold on. Lots of players... Lots of players aren't world class.
Lots of them have left Spurs and won trophies.
Harry Kane will be the only world class player to never win a trophy in the history of football.
Well, do you think Harry Kane wants to leave Tottenham?
I think he wants success, and if he feels Spurs can't offer him that, and when I mean success, I think someone with his talent should be playing in the Champions League and should be competing for the Premier League title.
Okay, then I can answer your question. Then no, I'll tell you why I'd keep him for one more season. And if we win nothing and it doesn't work out, let him go for free. If the team, it's all hypothetical, isn't it? If Spurs finish in the top four this season, that is worth 80 to 90 to 100 million pounds for Tottenham, right? And if Spurs finish in the top four, say they won something, chances are he may well sign a new contract. Without Harry Kane this season, they probably won't. So if it was up to me, yeah, it's not my money, but I would take the risk. I would keep Harry Kane for this season, and knowing the fact if we were good as we were last season, he'll leave at the end of the season.
Okay, Darren, thanks for your call. Let's quickly go to Luke, a Man United fan. Hi, Luke.
How's it going? You all right?
I'm good. I'm very well. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you.
Off you go.
I just wanted to say about Maddison, he's a great player, and Spurs, they do need him. However, the reason why other clubs don't want him, because he wouldn't get in their team. He would not get in any of the top five.
Liverpool?
Potentially, but...
So he would.
So the first one he's mentioned, you've got, yeah.
Nah, because if Liverpool...
Would he get in Liverpool starting 11?
Right now, depends what formation they play, I suppose.
Anyone that gets him in, would he be there?
But then he is quite injury prone as well, Maddison.
Yeah, if he's not injured, would he get in Liverpool starting 11?
No.
He's getting in Newcastle's. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, he does get. He does.
Longstaff?
Longstaff's not a number 10.
Okay, but they haven't really got a number 10, have they? Newcastle.
Bruno.
He's a holder.
He plays more advanced as well sometimes, though.
Yeah, but you play Bruno, Maddison, and then Longstaff or Joe Linton.
Who keeps Maddison out of Liverpool's midfield?
Thiago fit. Thiago's fit. Thiago's a better player than Maddison. Would you not agree?
I don't think he's got the pace as Maddison. He's a fantastic player.
I think technically he's better.
Yeah, no, he's technically better. Yeah, I agree with that. I think he gets into Liverpool's starting 11. What's your point, though, Luke? You just don't think he's a good player? You think he's overrated?
No, I think he's a good player, and I think for 40 million, it's not a bad signing. But I don't reckon that's what Spurs are going to get top four. They're not going to get Maddison and be like, oh, we're going to get top four now.
No, I think they need others. I think he's a good start.
Yeah, of course.
But you look at Spurs' squad, they need reinforcements.
He makes Spurs stronger.
Yes, he does. And not just their squad, their starting 11.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.